Hi, my name is Shafatullah and my student ID is 2412720. This is my recorded presentation for the Working Lives in a Changing Environment assignment. In this video, I will explain why I chose the code analyzed in my poster, present my analysis, and to show how intersectionality theory helps us understand the experience described. The code comes from a woman over 50 who works as a lecturer in higher education. It appears in Susan Moore's 2009 study on older women's labor market experiences. I think it's about being an older woman, really. I think they try things with me that they wouldn't do with the men. A couple of men have given up things like being admission tutors because they said they don't like the hassle, they don't get paid for it, and they are not doing it. And I am told I have to do it, probably because I am a woman, and so that's just a form of discrimination. I chose this quote for two reasons. First, it reflects a subtle form of everyday discrimination that is often difficult to identify clearly. The lecturer herself is unsure whether the treatment relates to her age or her gender. This uncertainty makes the quote particularly useful for applying intersectionality theory because single explanation alone cannot fully explain the situation. Second, the quote strongly connects with concept studied in this module, especially how inequality can operate quietly though organizational practice. The key issue in the quote is the admission tutor role, which is unpaid and time consuming. Two male colleagues refused this responsibility and were allowed to refuse. However, the woman was told she must take the role. This show unequal expectation where the same responsibility is applied differently depending on the employee. Research suggests women are more likely to perform what is sometimes called office housework, low status tasks, and that don't significantly support promotion or career development. These patterns often reflect assumptions about who is expected to cooperate or accept additional responsibilities. This example also reflects wider inequalities in the labor market. Older women often experience combined disadvantages related to stereotypes about both gender and age. The Equality Act 2010 protects individual from discrimination based on characteristics such as sex and age. However, when these characteristics interact, the experience of disadvantage becomes more complex and difficult to challenge. These demonstrate how inequality can operate structurally within organization. Intersectionality, introduced by Kimberly Crenshaw 1989, explains that social categories such as gender, age, race, class, interact rather than operate separately. Applying this theory helps explain the lecturer's uncertainty. She questioned whether the treatment is related to age or gender, but intersectionality shows the experience is shaped by the combination of identities. Her male colleagues are not required to take the role, which suggests age alone is not the explanation. Younger women may experience gender inequality, but not necessarily this specific expectation. Therefore, the intersection of being both older and female creates a particular experience of disadvantage. Intersectionality helps provide a more accurate explanation of inequality by recognizing overlapping identities. One recommendation is that organizations should introduce transparent workload delegation policies. Clear system helps ensure responsibilities are distributed fairly and reduce assumption about who should accept law reward task. From a business perspective, fair treatment improve employee engagement, retention, and productivity. Inclusive workplaces are often more effective and sustainable. Addressing inequality is also ethical responsibility. Organizations should ensure equal treatment and prevent discrimination. To conclude, this code shows how workplace discrimination can be subtle and embedded in everyday decision. Intersectionality theory helps explain why older women may experience specific forms of disadvantages that disadvantage that cannot be understood though a single factor all alone. Effective EDI analysis helps organization recognize inequality and respond appropriately. Here is my references. Thank you for your time and attention.